Hey guys, welcome back to your mat. Meeting in that child's pose. As I always teach, we will always start out in that child's pose. You know, if you're taking my class, yoga is a reset. So our toes are to touch, your knees out to the side, crawling your palms out, and it's all a practice of once our foreheads come down to that mat, that nothing else matters. Trying to not let your mind wander, connecting with your breath, taking in that deep inhale as a community. And then sigh all of that breath out loud with your mouth. Take in another deep inhale. Fill up your bellies, not just your chest. And again, sigh all of that breath out loud with your mouth. Locking down your throat, starting that Ujjayi breath. That deep inhale through your nose. And the exhale is through your nose. Bringing that awareness to the inside of your body, locking down the rest of your bandhas. You have that pelvic floor, your Mula Bandha. Drawing your floating ribcage upwards is your Uddiyana Bandha. So it's like you're doing a crunch. On the inside, you are locking down your girdle, like your transverse abdominis, like a girdle. And just taking 3 more breaths in your child's pose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, we're going to ignite through our palms. Curl up over our toes, draw our knees together. Walking our palms back, draw your seat to your feet, coming up onto your toes and pausing here, not rushing to come down to our mats. If you can, let's try to push up through your toes, come up higher, tippy toes. Stretching out the bottom of your feet. Just take it one last deep inhale. And exhale. And then on that next inhale, coming down to your mat, you try to bring yourself down to your mat. If that doesn't work for you, you can always roll back, bring your feet out to the side. We draw our right leg in, followed by our lefts. And as we come to our sitting position, make sure you have your core so we're not dumping like this. It's that Mula Bandha, drawing your floating ribcage upwards, rolling your shoulders back, drawing that awareness, again, to the inside of your body. On that next inhale, let's take our palms down to that mat. Rise, reach. Exhale, and heart center, closing your eyes here. As we just take a moment and set our intentions for our practice. And just take this time to honor your intention. Palms to your forehead, sealing your practice. And then back down to your heart center. On that next inhale, blinking your eyes open, releasing those palms to your knees. And then we exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, just look over your left shoulder mindfully. Inhale back into center, not being in a hurry. Having that peace and patience, move with your breath. Exhale to the right. Inhale back into center. And then exhale. On your next inhale, taking those palms, placing them behind you. You're pointing toward the back of your mat. So here, roll your shoulders back and feel your posture. Opening up your chest, coming into your back bend. Gaze up the sky, taking in 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, mindfully and slowly coming up out of your back bend, all the way up, and exhale. Inhale, releasing that right palm out to your side, reaching through those left fingertips, and then exhale, coming down onto your forearm. If that's available to you, just make sure your left seat does not leave your mat. Feeling your pose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Taking 1 last deep inhale. and exhale. Mindfully move, inhale, taking that left palm, reaching and lengthening right to the sky, releasing left into your mat, and then exhale, coming onto your lateral stretch on this side. Gaze up to the sky, reaching through those right fingertips and making sure that right seat is still on your mat. 2 more breaths, inhale, and exhale. 1 last deep inhale, and exhale. Inhale, reach through both palms up to the sky, fingertips. Exhale, palms in the heart center. Inhale, clasping those palms behind your back, roll your shoulders. And then exhale, just come to your forward fold. Maybe you keep those palms on your seat, or maybe you rise and reach through them. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale mindfully and slowly rise, coming back up. Release those palms. So how are we coming back to the top of our mats? We're going to try to take our feet. You know, I always add Vinyasa, those wide leg squats. So we're going to try to bring your feet. Always use your palms on the mat if you need. We're going to come up. So this is how we're going to come up, roll, and then release your knees to the mat. Bring those feet together, seat to your feet on that next inhale. Right palm to that right heel. And then rounding out your spine, reaching to those left fingertips. Exhale, back into your heart center. Inhale, opposite side, left palm to left heel. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, right palm, reach to your left. Back to heart center. 1 more time, opposite side. Inhale, left. Back to heart center. Exhale. On that next inhale, crawling out to that tabletop. Coming into your cow-cats, it's your breath to movements. I invite you to even close your eyes here as you're not in a hurry. You want to feel each posture as we inhale into that cow. And then exhale into your cat. Flowing with your breath to movement. Two more cow-cats. And as we're coming into our last cow-cat, we'll meet back in that tabletop. Inhale back into your tabletop, going as far forward as your body will allow. And then exhale, pushing back, just tucking your pelvis under, trying to get the crown of your head going to the earth. And again, you're just rocking back and forth, flowing with your breath. Inhale, going as far forward as your body will allow. Exhale, rocking back. One last time. Inhale back to that tabletop. And exhale. So on that next inhale, we're going to take our right leg out. Push through your heel. Exhale out to the side. Inhale, release that foot to the top of your mat. Your heel is in, your toe is out, coming into your dragon. You want to get into that hip. Be mindful how you're going into that hip. Make sure your knee's over that ankle. Let's take that left shoulder over our left wrist. And let's just stay here for 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, taking that right knee back behind your left. Coming into that child's pose variation, pushing back. And take another breath here. Inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, rise. Taking that right leg back. Exhale out the side. Release that into that dragon at the top of your mat again, putting that heel in your toe out. And then press into that left hip, left shoulder, sorry. Bend that left knee as we reach back. Trying to bring that foot in, trying to make that contact. And then rolling that right shoulder, taking your gaze up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Taking in one last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, release. Coming into our gate pose, we're going to crawl our palms over to the left side. So be mindful, straightening out that right leg. So as we come this way, ground that pinky toe mountain line into your mat. Crawling your palms, come all the way up, releasing that right palm onto that right thigh. Reach through your left fingertips and then exhale. Get your lateral stretch on, and you want to go as far as your body will allow. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rise. Taking that right palm up to the sky, releasing that left into your mat. Reaching through your right fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, taking both palms up to the sky, reach, lengthen. And then exhale your palms into your heart center, releasing into that mat, crawling back out the top of your mat into that dragon pose, and come into your dragon pose. Don't be in a hurry. And then on that next inhale, taking that right knee back behind your left. And again, push back into that child's pose variation. Just take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rise, taking that right leg all the way back. And then exhale, crunch that in. Try to hook that right foot over that left knee. And then push back into that child's pose variation. Taking 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rise, taking that right leg all the way back. And then exhale, tabletop. And then on that next inhale, we're going to take that left leg back. Exhale, out the side. Inhale, release for that dragon on this side. So your heel is in, your toes out, press into that hip. So be mindful, stacking that knee over that ankle. I lift up my toes, so you're finding 3 points of contact of your feet in the mat. Right shoulder is over that right wrist, and then just trying to open up your hips, pressing into your dragon, and taking 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. We inhale mindfully, taking that left knee back behind your right, push it back into that child's pose variation. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last breath. And exhale. Inhale, rise, taking that left leg all the way back. We exhale out to the side. Release for that dragon at the top of your mat, heel in, toe out, press into that left hip, being mindful of your alignment. Right shoulder is over that right wrist, and this time we're going to bend that right knee, reaching back up the left fingertips, trying to make that connection. Roll that shoulder, opening up your chest, taking that gaze up to the sky. Do not force that contact. Taking in 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, release. Taking that palm back to your mat, we're going to come to that gate pose on this side, so crawling your palms out to that right side, turning that left ankle, grounding that left pinky toe mountain line into your mat, crawling your palms all the way up, releasing that left palm of that left thigh, reach those right fingertips, and then exhale, getting your lateral stretch on the side. Only go as far as your body will allow. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach. Right palms down to your mat, lift up to the sky. Getting your lateral stretch on this side. Breathe, taking in 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And and exhale. One last deep inhale and exhale. We inhale, take both palms up the sky, reach, lengthen. And then exhale into your heart center, releasing into your mat, crawling back out to the top of your mat, finding that dragon. Pressing that hip, find your dragon, don't be in a hurry. And then on that next inhale, taking that left knee back behind your right. Press back at that child's pose variation. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rise. Left leg back. And then exhale, press that in. Try to get your knee to nose, and then try to hook that left foot over that right knee. And then push back into that child's pose variation. Taking 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, taking that left leg all the way back. Exhale, leaning back in that tabletop, coming into your downward dog, curling up over those toes. And you're push back into that downward dog. Try to melt your heels to the mat. Your gaze is in between your legs, bending one knee into the other. And again, I remind, trying to just move slowly, trying to have peace and patience and move with that breath and just bring that stillness into your practice. Bringing that downward dog to still, try to melt your heels to the back. And on the next inhale, walk your palms back towards your torso, feeling that weight shift into your feet, the 3 points of contact I'm always talking about. Crown of your head pointing toward the earth. So again, if you struggle, just forward fold, stay right here and breathe. There's health benefits having your head below your heart. You have to add that breath coming into your ragdoll, opposite palms, your elbows swaying mindfully from side to side. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Bringing that right elbow to a still. Releasing those palms in your mat, taking that right palm, bring it in the center of your feet. And then exhale, twisting your waist, taking that left palm gaze up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale, inhale, reaching for those left fingertips, placing them down where your right palm is, and we exhale. Just flow with your breath. Twist from your waist, taking that right palm gaze up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale that palm down your mat. Exhale, walk back out into that downward dog and fully push back into your downward dog. So let's inhale, take our right foot to the top of our mat, finding low lunge. Stack that knee over that ankle. And just finding your posture, because we're just going to inhale, rock forward. Try to get that right knee over those toes, and then exhale, rocking back, just extend through that front leg. Forward fold, don't be in a hurry. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. 2 more times, breath to movement. Inhale, forward. Exhale, rocking back. One last time. And then stay in that forward fold for 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rocking back onto 3 points of contact with that front foot. You're not placing that left palm on the inside of that right foot. You can drop that left knee down if you need. Exhale, twist from your waist. Taking that right palm and gaze up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Take that right palm on the inside of the foot, and then exhale back into your downward dog, and fully push back into that downward dog. On your next inhale, take that left foot up to the top of your mat, find your low lunge. Stack that knee over that ankle, and then on that next inhale, mindfully, we're just going to rock forward. Try to keep your left knee over those left toes, and then exhale, just rocking back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 2 more times. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 1 last time. And as you exhale back, pausing here, not being hurried, we're going to take a couple of breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back onto that foot. Stack the knee over the ankle, find your alignment. And again, remember, you can drop down that back knee as you place that right palm on the inside of that left foot. And then on your exhale, you're going to twist. Taking that left palm and gaze up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale that palm on the inside, pushing back into that downward dog. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Come on this side so you can see. Taking 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, take your right foot back up the top of your mat. Find that low lunge. On that next inhale, turn toward that left side. So now we're going to find a side lunge. So we turn both our feet coming down and find your side lunge. So you can try to keep your palms in your heart center, or you can always use your palms to balance on that mat. We're just going to try to do some movements going with our breath. So let's inhale, push up. We're going to find your low lunge at the left side, the back of your mat. So turn, finding your low lunge in the back of your mat. And again, you can always use your palms as your mat. Inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, turning back toward that side, finding your side lunge on this side. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to inhale. Go to the top of our mats, finding that low lunge there. Turning ankles, flow with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, side lunge. Coming down. Inhale. Finding that low lunge, the back of your mat. So push. And you can use your palms. Come to the back of your mat, turn. And if you need to, as you're coming down, if you need to drop your knee, always drop your knee. Honor your body in your practice. And then on that next inhale, drop your knee, come down to the side, low lunge. Side lunge, sorry. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back to the top of your mat, finding that low lunge. Hiya. Inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, releasing those palms in your mat. Taking that right foot back and fully push back into that downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. On that next inhale, just drop down to our knees in that tabletop. Let's find frog before we come down to our mat. So toes touching, knees out to the side. Just get to your hips just a little bit more. Release those feet out to the side. And don't make yourself miserable in your frog. Your seat was not back here. You want to feel that in your hips. You stay right here, come down onto your forearms. And take those breaths. Inhale. If you made your forehead down to that mat, we still practice not letting our minds wander. Nothing still matters. You're still on that date with yourself. Taking those breaths that your body greatly benefits from. Inhale. And exhale. Here, trying to concentrate on that breath, making sure your exhales are matching your inhales and taking that deep breath, not the shallow breath that we breathe all day long. Let's just take 5 more here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Mindfully on that next inhale, coming out of your frog, pressing back into those palms. You came down in forearms, and then watching your knees, not putting weight onto your knees. You're going to press into your palms. Draw yourself back into the tabletop. Inhale, take that right knee out to the side and just draw 3 circles all the way around. Just kind of close what you just did with your hip. And don't be in a hurry here. And on that 3rd one, meaning back tabletop, and then inhaling that left leg out, drawing the circles with that left knee. Meeting back in the tabletop. And then on your next inhale, walk your palms back to your torso, taking your feet up to that right side. It's meeting that stack pose, taking your feet all the way out. And again, make sure you have that core engaged, so you're not dumping into your body or spine. And the more that you do it, you strengthen those muscles and the easier it becomes. So if you're driving your car, just think of me and do your bandhas and maybe your breath, because I do it and forget about it. So it's a practice. So as we're in our stack pose, let's do a twist. But first, let's take that right foot in, try to get it up. This is the half lotus, so what you're trying to do, and again, who cares if it's down here? We have to start somewhere. So you bring in it, because you're twisting that knee. Think about your joints and what we're doing with our legs. So you're trying to get that heel up as far as you possibly can. More of an Ashtanga pose here. I teach it standing up too in classes. So when we forward fold, that heel goes into our gut as we breathe, and there's health benefits from that, massaging your organs from side to side. So inhale, rise, your gaze is at your toes. And then we exhale, forward fold. You only go as far as your body will allow. Inhale. And make sure you're leading with your chin, your chest, your shoulders not rolled in. You don't want to come in like that. You have your shoulders rolled back. You're coming into that forward fold. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just taking 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. We inhale, mindfully rise back up. Coming all the way up, and here we're going to do a twist, and I'll turn around and show you. So we're going to inhale, lengthen, and then you can exhale, take that left palm to your right knee, and you exhale, twist. You can create peace fingers around. Wrap that arm, create a bind. Maybe those peace fingers grab that left or that right toe, the big toe. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, and then exhale, see if you can come to a twist just a little bit more. Be mindful of your body and what you're doing with it. Taking in 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, take your head to gaze back into center first. Protect your spine, and then release that twist. Inhale. Stack pose, come all the way up, stay with that breath. And then exhale, take that left foot and find your half lotus here. And before quarantine, you all know I popped my knees. It's still not the same, so be mindful how you're moving your body. Don't force anything. I force everything at first. So lengthen through your spine on that inhale, your gaze is at your toes, and then on that exhale, remember to lead with your chin, your chest coming into your forward fold, and your gaze is at your toes. Your eyesight also aligns your body in these postures in yogas. They call that Drashiti as well. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One last deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise back up and exhale. And twist the opposite side. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, right palm to your left knee, creating peace fingers with that left palm wrapping all the way around, trying to create a bond. Maybe those peace fingers grab that left big toe. Be aware of what you're doing when you're twisting. You lengthen. Maybe that hand, knee, or palm, you can use that leverage to twist a little bit more in your exhales. Just be mindful what you're doing with your body. Taking in 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Taking 1 last deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, take your head, your gaze back in the center first. And then exhale, untwine and twist, be mindful. Inhale, release that left leg out to meet your right. Come all the way up. And exhale. Let's inhale, taking those feet to your mat. And then release down to your mat. Your nose, your palms come down to your mat. Inhale those knees into your chest, creating that ball of energy. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, releasing those legs in your tabletop, your palms out the side facing up. Exhale those knees over to your left side first, trying to leave that right shoulder blade plugged into your mat. Closing your eyes here as you take your gaze over to the right. Still maintaining that breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Taking 1 last deep inhale and exhale. Inhale your head, your gaze back in the center first, as we protect our spines. Exhale those knees into your chest, flex into your feet, wrap your arms around your legs, create that ball of energy. Having your feet flexed, and then on that next inhale, point your toes all the way out to the plantar flexion. And then exhale back up to that dorsiflex. Inhale, point your toes all the way out like you're pushing on that gas pedal. Exhale back up. One more time. Inhale, point those toes all the way out. And exhale back up. We inhale, release those legs back in your tabletop, palms out the side, facing up. We exhale those knees to that right side. Keeping that left shoulder blade grounded into your mat is the integrity of this posture. Your shoulders into your mat, maybe closing your eyes here as you take your gaze over to your left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Taking in 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, take your head, your gaze back into the center first. Then exhale those knees into your chest, flex into your feet, wrap your arms around your legs, creating that ball of energy. On your next inhale, let's draw circles with our toes all the way around and out. Just getting those ankles one last time. And when your toes reach the sky, stopping there and taking your circles in the opposite direction. Remember, you're not in a hurry. You want to feel that. One more time around. Toes reach the sky, stopping there. Inhale. And exhale. Taking in 1 last deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach and lengthen, hovering over your mat like a starfish. And then exhale into your ball of energy, forehead to your knees, wrap your arms around your legs, flex your feet. Inhale, all the way out, reach, lengthen. Exhale, ball of energy. Inhale, out, reach, lengthen. Exhale into your ball of energy. Inhale, out, reach, lengthen your palms, you're facing up. And then you exhale, release into your mats, melt into your mats. And you can always stay here or come to a fetal position on either side, drawing your knees into your chest, and use your opposite arm as a pillow. And not be in a hurry to come up either. And then on your next inhale, you could stay here or come up. I'm still directing the breath, and we're at the end. Meet me at the top of your mat, taking your palms into your heart center. Inhale. Be kind, be thankful, be thoughtful, be genuine, but most importantly, be grateful. The light in me honors and recognizes the light inside of you, and I humbly appreciate you letting me guide you in your practice. Namaste. Thank you for showing up on your mat and that date for yourself, because you are worth the effort.